It is Rob Allen in the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile, and welcome along, folks. We are in the company of India Ramey, who joins us from Nashville. India, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
It's all good. It's all good. I'm very pleased to say it's lovely to have you with us, and I'm just trying to shuffle you so we can see you properly. Merry Christmas, India.
Merry Christmas.
Is that the first time somebody has said that?
No, somebody said it yesterday. I was at the doctor's office, and somebody said Merry Christmas.
Oh, damn!
So it has begun.
I was joking. It has, and I'm very pleased to say we are featuring a song, an Advent song, because is it the second now? But the first was yesterday. So you are our first Advent song of 2021.
Well, I'm honored.
Let me just the graphic. I want to talk about the imagery. I always loved your imagery as far as releasing records and everything is concerned. It's so country, so very, very country.
Yeah.
Particularly this day.
Well, we started out without that hair, and then we just started having fun at the end, and I threw that wig on, and that ended up being
was
the
that
shot.
that was the video shoot, I'm gathering?
No, we did the photos for the single before we did the video, so I just put everything back on from the photo shoot for the video a couple of weeks later.
Okay, so we'll talk about the video in a minute. Let's play the old song, shall we?
For this particular year, I'm skating on thin ice. I got a stack of bills and I get the chills as the family piles up. Don't bring me anything that I don't need. Save your money and pass it on. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas, a little liquid cheer, something festive and delicious. It'll get me through the season. It's the gift that keeps on
and a nice plonk at the end as well. That's
Yeah.
India Ramey with Cocktail for Christmas, and just as rockabilly and rock and roll as you can get. And well done. Tell us a
Thank
bit.
you.
Tell us a bit about who's all on the album and on this single, and how it all came together.
Well, I wrote this song like probably 4 years ago, and I recorded it at the same time that I was recording Shallow Graves, and so it's produced by Mark Patacha as well, and we got really busy with the rest of the album with Shallow Graves, and
It has got the feel of Shallow Graves, though, eh?
yeah, I'm being less afraid of my honky tonk side these days. It's making me very happy.
You're embracing your honky tonk side.
Yes, yes.
Well, it seems to be working.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad that you like the song, and
I love the song, but I mean that and Shallow Graves is just, it strikes a chord. I mean, I know that the themes aren't too honky tonk, and maybe
yeah,
in the song there's not a lot of, you get thrown out of many honky tonk for some of the
yeah.
some of the ideas that you're putting across in your music, but
Yes, a lot of opinions.
yeah, but it strikes a chord and people pick up on it, and it gets played on the radio, which is like three good things.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of Shallow Graves, you can kind of, sort of like where I lean when it comes to world issues and things. And so
Yeah.
that was still at the forefront of my mind during the time that I wrote this song. And so I put that part in there about Uncle Randy's drunk and talking politics again. And
Yeah.
Uncle Randy's actually a real person. He's my husband's uncle, and he's has a different opinion of how politics should go from me, but
Yeah.
we gave him a cameo in the song.
That's Christmas for you, though, eh?
Yes, I wanted to be realistic.
Yeah. So you got some guests on this: Dolly Parton and Kate and Loretta Lynn, by the look of it. There's Katie Wells in the middle.
Yeah.
Who are those folks?
So the redhead is Megan Palmer, and she's an incredible Americana artist as well. And the blonde is Talisha Williams of Wild Ponies.
Of course it is. I'd recognize her anywhere.
Yeah, they were such good sports about wearing these wigs. I just had the wigs because I like wigs, and
I would wear it. I would do as well.
them. Yeah, and they were really into playing in wigs, and really immediately went into character once they put those wigs on. So it was really fun to shoot the video with them.
So are they involved in the video, India?
Yes, that picture was taken in my kitchen right before we shot the video, and the video comes out the 17th. And yeah, I made a bunch of like really weird mid-century food from those old cookbooks from the 60s and 70s, and I got a lot of the recipes from this website called Horrifying Mid-Century Food Recipes.
So is this video in Taste Division? I hope it is.
In what?
Taste Division.
What's that?
Or Bad Taste Division. It's like you can eat it.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Let's have a look.
Yes, yeah. That's the Jell-O mold that that failed, and we were so relieved that it failed because made it even more perfect for the video. So I can't wait for y'all to see all the gross food and antics. And Stacey Huckabee shot the video, half of it on that old camcorder, so it's got like some real feeling.
It's got
family
a
video
as well. Yeah. But you play it on a VHS. You can't play it any other way.
Yeah, or a beta.
You just trumped my VHS by remembering what a beta is.
Yeah.
You cannot be old enough to know that. That's ridiculous.
You'd be surprised.
So this is India Ramey. She is up and coming hot Nashville, East Nashville artist. And you've had a couple of gigs just recently as well, have you not? Which is nice, because the last time we talked, we hadn't talked to anybody for about 2 years, either of us.
Yeah. So we did a little tour at the end of the summer. We went into Illinois and Indiana, and it was your quintessential heartland experience. It was gorgeous, and everybody was really sweet to us. And then we played Americana Fest in September. And
so you did. I knew there was something I wanted to talk to you about. How was that?
It was great. You know, I mean, it was a relief to be able to have Americana Fest again. It sort of made us all feel normal somewhat. But we missed all of our European and UK friends. Like it was, y'all's absence was very, very noticeable. Like it was not the same experience and not the same festival without our UK and European friends.
Well, you know, it's kind of trying to get the tribes back together again. I'm wondering how Folk Alliance will be this year as well, for the same reason.
Yeah,
but,
it's tricky.
At least we're not sat like this in a Zoom meeting,
right?
Which was the only other option. I'm glad it went well for you anyway, and it was nice just to see that that the Americanas are such a big part of Nashville these days anyway, but that they had invited you along. That was really encouraging.
Yeah, it was really nice. I played it back in 2017, and you know, like I didn't know if I would ever play it again. You know, you never know if it was just like luck or something. So it was really an honor to be included again.
So Americanas this year, Grand Old Opry next year. Here we go.
Please.
That was out to the universe. You and I are doing that. Listen, let's play the last video as well, because I watched this quite a lot anyway, because I'm a big fan of yours, but I'm also a big fan of cowboys and Indians.
Yeah.
And animals and everything. This is the last video.
I wandered through the desert for far too long, and the vultures began to circle to pick the flesh from my bones. We were strangers in a stranger land, but I knew good and well when you hijacked the jukebox
India Ramey from the album Shallow Graves. Let's put up the graphic. India looking fabulous. This here in Nashville. Going to pull that there, get rid of that. We'll be able to see me. That went wrong. Far better to see India. Lovely to have you with us, India, and nice to see that video again. I have to say, never tire of it. There's something happening all the way through of it. Hey, tell us a bit about the making of that, because again, it was a homemade thing, or not yourself, but by a friend of yours.
It was my manager, Brad Shellstrom, and I came up with the idea. Mostly Brad came up with the idea. And then my friend Alan Collins, who shot a lot of my videos, including Snake Handler and Shallow Graves and Devil's Blood.
Yeah.
I called him and I was like, do you know anybody that does, this kind of animation and, this kind of old school animation? He said, I do. And he hooked me up with some folks, and we just gave him a script, and then Alan put it together and animated it, and there it was.
That's amazing. Beautiful. And we were talking about Shallow Graves, so let's talk a bit more about the fact that I've done it. I've done this intentionally, I suppose, with the first one of the year, because that album was great many people's favorite album of the year last year. But closer to home, it was my late brother's favorite album of the year last year as well. I know. And this is the
killing
first
me.
Christmas without him. So we've
I didn't
dedicated
know that. Oh my
we
God.
just dedicated this little broadcast to Mark, and I think he would have appreciated that cocktail and you wishing him a Merry Christmas with it. So I think all of that's right up both of our streets. So thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I'll play out with it. I'll play out with this song again. As well, I've got this to show folks, which I can bring up here. This is you know what it is.
That's my store. That's my
That's your
online store.
store. So tell us
Yeah.
how all that works, because you've got a fabulous array of equipment and a memorabilia in there. So if I do that slowly,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
going from left to right, that's the single, and how much is the single? It's £3.76, which I'm guessing is only $5.
Yes, it's $5 American. And also, if you buy something from the merch store, like say if you bought that unicorn T-shirt, you
Yep,
get the Christmas CD for free.
terrific. Who's not going to
Yes.
want to have a unicorn T-shirt with a cowgirl
I
on the back?
mean, who else will provide you with a skeleton and a cowboy hat riding a unicorn? That's
Right,
India
exactly.
Ramey. That's what I do for you.
It's fabulous. So looking down through for things that I can afford, that's the way I usually do these things. What's a koozie? What's a boot koozie? We don't have
It's
such things here.
it's those things that you put around your beer to keep it cool and keep your fingers from getting cold while you drinking it. And this one's
See, that
shaped
doesn't
like a
ever
cowboy
happen in
boot.
Scotland. You
Those
could
are
maybe,
fun. We have a bunch of them on our back porch, and we walk around with little boots around our beers.
and there's a beautiful Shallow Graves, and you can purchase it signed on vinyl. I see,
Yes.
and you've got I mean your design work is fabulous. I have to say,
Thank you.
well done, you.
I come up with these ideas, and then I find people to help me bring them to life.
Yeah,
My sister my sister did the artwork on the unicorn skeleton T-shirt,
yeah,
and she's a nun. She's an Anglican nun, and she does this stuff for me in her spare time.
that's amazing. It's a bit pagan for a nun. It's somebody not. Well,
Right? Yeah.
say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm saying nothing. Beautiful. Well, say hello to her when you see her and tell her that I'm a big fan of her unicorn. That's for sure.
I will. She's a really good artist.
So
Yeah.
let's go in and have a look at this poster. There you go. See, there's that 50s thing going on now. That looks to me as if that could be Helen Shapiro or somebody like that back to the 60s. Beautiful.
Yeah,
India.
I love that. I love that poster. Keith Brogdon did
Beautiful.
that for my residency at the Five Spot, and it's a collector's item in my opinion.
Yeah, I love the 5 Spot as well. So tell me what's happening with all those venues in Nashville at the moment. Do you know if there's? I see some gigs coming up again, so it's not looking too bad
Yep,
that way, is it?
they are alive and kicking. I'm so grateful that all of our favorite venues are still with us,
Yeah,
and they're all, you have to show proof of vaccination to gain entry, and they're having live shows. The Five Spot has actually, I think they've increased what they're asking for a cover for the bands, which is really great because these bands haven't worked in so long. So,
yeah,
the Nashville venues are doing right by the community and by the artists.
that's really cool to hear. I think that's generally what's happening, and I think more people are encouraged to put a cover charge on free where they would have had to put money on the beer. They probably still are anyway, to make the money back for the artists. I think people are actually aware that they have to now not subsidize, but have to support artists because of COVID. But I think basically because the only way that an artist can make money now is by playing live. So that's
Yep.
the only option now. Can't do it. Can't do it. Spotify aren't going to bloody pay you.
No, no. Even though we still have to push Spotify, which is that's the trap is we have to push it because the numbers make us look good and look successful and they matter, but we don't get paid a lot of money from it. So.
No, there has to be a way. Somebody has to come up with something that actually pays the artists.
That would be nice. That would be nice because
no, it has
we
to
work
be. I
really
mean,
hard.
otherwise there's going to be a generation, or maybe 2 generations that just don't value music.
Art. Yeah.
Yeah, or art in general. Yeah. Anyway,
Scares
I'm
me.
on a soapbox. Let's climb off of that and
That's
get back
okay.
to
I share that soapbox. I'll stand up there with you.
Well, it's lovely to have you with us. We've got a chat frame here, and there's Brad. You can say hello.
Hi, Brad.
20% off merch right now too.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for the reminder. We have a big sale. Thanks for.
That's a good manager if ever I saw one.
Yes.
Listen, thanks for joining us. We are in the chat frame, so if you have a question for India, that would be lovely to pass that on and see if what she has to say on anything. The Cocktail for Christmas is the new single and is our medicine show. I'm trying to do 3 things at once and talk at the same time.
You're doing good. You got it.
It's not really working too well. So what I'll do is I'll fall back to one thing. I'll take that out of the way, and I'm going to go and look for what I was talking about, and that is this. And that's the screen. It is This Medicine Show Records, and thank you for contributing to the Christmas album this year. It's our 6th media Christmas album, and it has been distributed to 100 media people across Europe, which would be nice actually, because it will remind them of how fabulous that album of yours was, and turn around a little bit of extra airplay for the last album as well. India is there, granddaughter of Sand Mountain Owl, bluegrass goddess. India Ramey has music in her blood. Now tell us, India, what was your first musical memory?
Oh, gosh, it was probably It was probably my granddaddy teaching me how to play "You Are My Sunshine" on the piano when I was about 3 or 4.
That's similar to me. My dad used to whistle that around the house. That was that song, "You Are My Sunshine."
Yeah.
Well, there you go. And was your granddad a musician as well?
He was. He was a gospel singer in Sand Mountain, and he would travel around to all the churches on the mountain and sing on Sunday sing-ins. And he was the baritone soloist in the naval choir in World War II.
Goodness.
And he was offered a job on Lawrence Welk, but he turned it down because he had too many kids.
He was offered a job where?
On Lawrence Welk. He was offered a permanent choral position on Lawrence Welk, but he
You
had a bunch of
might
kids.
for the European audience might have to tell us what that actually is. I'm guessing it's a really high level television show.
Yeah, it was a big show. It was kind of like the Ed Sullivan Show. It was sort of the same format. Yeah, but a lot of big band stuff. And
we know about Ed Sullivan because the Beatles played on Ed Sullivan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. And your parents, are they singers, players?
My mother is a singer. My father could not carry a tune in a bucket, so we got no music from the Powell side of the family. But all the Turner and Clayton side is a lot of singers. It was quite unremarkable to be a singer in my family because everybody was.
Yeah. Beautiful, and it's that Appalachian thing, and which is very similar to the Scottish thing, I would imagine, because our family parties were all about food and singing and doing a turn. You would eat and drink.
Yes.
It's Scottish. It's food, drink. No, sorry, drink, food, then some more drink, and then do a turn. Basically, was it like that? Did you have that Cayley? We called it a Cayley. Was it a Cayley sort of thing? Everybody had to be ready with a tune or a poem or a turn.
Oh yeah, I mean every holiday, like this time of year when we would go to my granddaddy's house, he would get out the guitar, the banjo, or he'd pluck around on the piano, and we'd all sing together, and everybody try to sound better than the other one. But it was a room full of divas.
Beautiful. It was pretty much that way. Except for me, I was shy and retiring in those days. I had to get over that somehow. So, well, it's been lovely having you on. Yeah, we'll let you get back to your afternoon there in Nashville. Hopefully, you've got some others coming up. How about that next album? Oh, I shouldn't ask. It's just.
It's okay to ask. I've been very busy writing for the past year and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm still writing. I'm going to my mom's in Florida to kind of chill out and see if I can write some more. And once I feel like I've got enough material that I like, I'll start producer shopping and get something else together.
Yeah. And hopefully, that manager of yours will probably scare up some action for you as well. I'm sure. We'll say hello to Brad as well.
I don't doubt it.
No, I've never heard of him either. So there's Barbara saying hi, and thanks for joining us, guys, here on the Medicine Show. That's Brad saying hi to everybody as well. He didn't actually say that twice. I'm saying that twice. 20% off all merch at the moment, just in time for Christmas. That means that all your brothers and sisters and cousins and their nephews and everybody can have a India Ramey T-shirt for Christmas. I'm sure you'd come to a bulk deal as well here and there. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. We're going to play out again with the Christmas single, and this time on Medicine Show Records from our album Christmas Times Are Coming 2021, which is our first Advent song of the year, which means that the second Advent song of the year will be coming tomorrow. I'm not sure what that will be. I don't. I make this thing up as I go along. So we're doing that tomorrow. I know that we've got David Starr coming on to do a session at some point, or to talk to us about his new album, Touchstones. At least the release finally of the CD of the album that he released month at a time during lockdown. It is now on CD, so we'll talk about that. But he's also got a song on the Christmas album as well. So he's coming up on Monday, I do believe. And we've other stuff coming up on iMTV. I won't bore you with it for now. Let's go back to Amy to
India.
India. Rain freeze.
I was like, do I help him? Do I like
No, no. It's probably not wise.
jump in there?
He has to learn himself. It's like having a child. No, let him learn himself. He has to get over the pain of it. Okay, I'm going back to play the single, which is fabulous and should be on everybody's radio all the way across Christmas. If you know a DJ, a favorite DJ, drop him a line and say, have they got India Ramey's Cocktail for Christmas, and ask him to play it for you. And for India as well. This is it. Thanks again, India.
Thank you, Rob.
It's Christmas time and I'm trying to be nice. But this particular year I'm skating on thin ice. I got a stack of bills and I get the chills as the family piles up. Don't bring me anything that I don't need. Save your money and pass along. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas, a little liquid cheer, something festive and delicious. It'll get me through the season. It's the gift that keeps on giving. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas. Well, Uncle Randy's drunk and talking politics again. I try to keep the peace, but the room is starting to spin. That's fine with me. I'm where I need to be to put up with my loved ones. I'll be lit up like a Christmas tree by the time the turkey's done. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas, a little liquid cheer, something festive and delicious. It'll get me through the season. It's the gift that keeps on giving. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas. Well, Mama starts to cry and a maneuver of passive aggression. Daddy pretends to sleep to avoid confrontation. I got a ways to go, I'm swaying to and fro as Grandpa asks the blessing. I'll be good and tight and singing silent night while everybody's fussing and yelling. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas, a little liquid cheer, something festive and delicious. It'll get me through the season. It's the gift that keeps on giving. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas. All I want this year is a cocktail for Christmas.
And the plonk at the end. Thank you, India. That was wonderful. Thanks for being with us, guys. India Ramey, Cocktail for Christmas. Go get it from her website. And all other digital platforms. It is available now. And it is also available on Christmas Times A Coming, which you heard it from then. That's the Medicine Show Records compilation. for Christmas, because Christmas time is coming. You will have noticed the tinsel is already out, and it can be downloaded from there, free by donation. Any donations to any of our songs on Medicine Show record, which are all, and I thank our music community for this, donated to us for the purpose of promotion to the media and folks like yourselves. So anything there is, and there's a fair archive there now, but there's actually 6 Christmas albums there now as well. So anything there, any donations find their way to helping me keep the wheels on the Medicine Show and the juice and the mousse. So we thank you for that very much indeed. And I'll just fire this up. If you just want to make a PayPal donation, that can be done as well. And it's always great if I do this and somebody has actually gone to the website, and it happens, and downloaded one of the songs and put a couple of quid in the hat. It's kind of just makes me feel warm. There's nothing says I love you more than cold hard cash. Who was it that said that? Anyway, it's kind of true. So please do help us keep this alive, keep us helping the music we love, and hopefully keep some of the music you love. There's India. Let's see if we can pull that out of your way so we can see India. Thanks again, India.
Thank you. I really appreciate everything that you do for musicians and
well,
artists.
and I appreciate everything you do because you're country as it comes, and and you wear beautiful wigs. So how can that be wrong? Take care, you. Have a nice Christmas. Brad, you have a nice Christmas as well. If we're not talking before that, I look forward to the video. We'll feature it. We'll help you feature it on iMTV. It'll be on every page that we broadcast when it comes out.
I'll be getting it directly to you. Thank you.
I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Okay, that's my Christmas present taken care of. You need to think of nothing else. And hopefully see you in Nashville and before the Americanas as well. That's
yes.
And as soon as the borders are open, we'll have to try and get you across for something.
I would love it. I would love to come.
We have to. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us, India. Farewell.
Merry Christmas.